Washington football team call us and make an offer for Sam Darnold. Now, there may be part of this, because they're probably 90-10 or 80-20 with Zach Wilson, where they're telling Denver, Philadelphia, and Carolina, why don't you make us an offer for the number 2 pick? You need a quarterback. Maybe we'll listen there. This is putting the for sale sign up. You're just not telling everybody quite what's up for sale. And then today, these stories leaked. Now it's official. Now they're telling you what's for sale. Joe Douglas, the Jets general manager, according to Ian Rappaport, tells reporters he will answer calls pertaining to potentially trading Sam Darnold. Brian Costello, New York Post, covers the Jets. Douglas says he'll answer calls about Sam. This is a departure from his stance last year in October, that he said he was untouchable. So Sunday, they put the for sale sign up. Are they selling the 2 pick or are they selling Darnold? And today they made it official. They are moving off Sam Darnold. It's probably 90-10, 80-20. If they don't get a good deal, maybe they move off it if somebody like Carolina steps up and gives them the moon. But they're going to move off Sam Darnold. I've said this before. If I was, I have my questions about Zach Wilson. He looks skinny. I didn't see him beat any good teams in college. But, either did Josh Allen. I trust my eyes. He just doesn't look like a guy that's going to take over the league. But, what do I know? Trevor Lawrence does. Josh Allen does. Herbert this year did. There's big, strong move. Big Ben in his prime did. There's guys that they look the part. You're just like, oh, yeah, that guy could take over the league. Deshaun Watson has moments. You're like, that guy should be winning, a lot of playoff games. So I will say this, is that I kind of felt they would move off Darnold, and the reason was simple, is that new GM wants his quarterback, and new coach wants his quarterback, and in the end, and I think this happens a lot, you just want a fresh start. I mean, you move to a new house, and you just want to buy some new furniture. You want it to feel like a new place, even though you may not need everything. You're like, let's get a new couch, and let's kind of redo a bathroom. You want to make it your own. Joe Douglas wants to make the team his own, and Robert Saleh, the head coach, wants to make the team his own, and so they're going to move off Sam Darnold. And I'll say it again: John Lynch of the Niners, I know, likes him. Chicago has Nick Foles. Washington, this is what I talked about a month ago. He feels like a tough guy, very much a Ron Rivera fit. So Sam Darnold, he's the house for sale. Make your calls. Joe Douglas now telling multiple reporters, we will take your calls. Good stuff. Another move. Could be quick. Hour 2, live in L.A. The Herd, next. Hour 2, here we go. We're live in L.A. It's The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio, FS1. 5 minutes, Antoine Walker stops by. He's great. We got a bunch of NBA stuff getting close to the All-Star game. Herd brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. So, first of all, I don't like being labeled I'm a hater for anything. It's one of the few things that bothers me. I think I add context to stuff, and I don't like this thing about this whole label, you don't like Baker Mayfield. Joy Taylor as my witness on this show. I said I wouldn't draft him, a little bit too much off-the-field nonsense, but he's a franchise quarterback. It's not mine. I said his ceiling is lower than everybody is saying, but he's a franchise quarterback. His comp is not Drew Brees. That's stupid. His comp is a better Case Keenum, to which people were outraged. And I said, Case Keenum went like 11-3 one year when he had a good Minnesota team. Case Keenum can play. He's one of the best backups in the league.
Yes.
Baker's better than Case Keenum, but they have similarities physically. They don't have a huge arm. Baker's got a better arm than Case. They're not great athletes. They don't have big size, but the guys can ball. Baker's better than him, but that's his comp. By the way, when I said that, I had a GM text me, and he's like, you're right on that. Nobody will ever give you credit. So yesterday, Kevin Stefanski came out, and he said, I think Baker's just going to get better and better and better. And my takeaway is, no. what you saw last year is his ceiling, and it ain't a bad ceiling. He had the highest graded offensive line, the best running back duo, and they had an easy schedule. They went 8-0 against the awful NFC East and the mostly awful and dysfunctional AFC South. 8-0. The other 8 games, they went 3-5, and he completed 59% of his throws. Against the NFC East and AFC South, he was 8-0, 14 TDs, 2 picks. So this year, Cleveland's schedule gets way tougher. They face Kansas City away. They're at Pittsburgh, at Baltimore. Cincinnati will be better. They got to go at the Chiefs, at the Chargers, at the Packers, at New England. And no more Giants, Eagles nonsense. So what I said is, if you look at Baker's numbers last year, they're put him up again. And you look at Case Keenum's best year ever. Same thing. Same guy. That's it. That's all I've ever said. Now, Baker is better than Case Keenum, but that is what I said his comp was. Everybody was saying Drew Brees. You're saying his comp's one of the 8 best quarterbacks that ever played football? That's stupid. Not Drew Brees. There's never going to be another Drew Brees. There's never going to be another 5'11 and a half, 6-foot quarterback, the most accurate quarterback ever to throw a football. It's not going to happen again. So anyway, I when I saw this yesterday and I heard this, he's going to get a lot better. Remember, the minute you pay Baker, you can't have both running backs. You can't have the best graded offensive line. You can't have the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL, Jarvis Landry, who's just unbelievable. By the way, the backup tight end, David Njoku, now wants out. You can't have all these stars on offense. And also, because the defense is so bad on the back end, Baker's always in these shootouts. You can't have Baker dropping back. Last year, when Cleveland asked Baker to carry the team, when they said throw the ball 35 times or more, it was 1-4. So this again, joy is here. This is not a shot at Baker. Let's contextualize this. It's not a shot. I'm just saying what I've always said. He's a franchise quarterback. His ceiling is lower than all the nonsense on the interweb.
Well, if you don't pour praise on someone anymore, then you're automatically a hater. That's the world we live in.
If it's just not, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everybody's unbelievable. There's like 4 unbelievable players in the NFL. Like 4.
That's just
Darius Leonard was on our show yesterday. He's unbelievable. George Kittle, unbelievable. Mahomes, Rodgers. So like 5 guys in the league. Unbelievable.
That's how it goes.
All right.
I don't think you're a hater, Colin.
Thank you. Very supportive. It's nice. It's just very troubling. Sometimes, Cleveland takes a lot of shots at me. It's very personal. It's very painful. But we move on. All right, Antoine Walker played 12 years in the NBA, lives in one of my favorite American cities, Chicago. He is now joining us.